about listening and reading. There are two skills. This whole course that is 247 pages. There are two skills the course is meant to pass to you, which means at the end of this course, you should be able to do two things professionally. The first one is you should be able to listen to any form of essay, speech, talks, seminars, and the rest of them. You should be able to listen very well and get whatsoever the speaker is trying to pass as a message. That is the first thing this material is meant to do. So it's going to teach you the meaning of listening, which you have done before, the skills you need in listening, which you have done before. You can refer to the previous classes. The recordings are on our YouTube channel. You see class 1, class 2, class 3 there already. This will be class 4. It will be uploaded after the class. So it will teach you the skills you need in listening. We have done that before. Then this course will teach you some tactics on how to listen successfully and some, challenges you might face where you are trying to listen. All that will be done in this course under the part for listening. The second part of this course will talk about reading. We've not gotten there. When we get there, you will learn about reading. So bear it in mind, two skills that are very necessary throughout your study in NON, listening and reading. They are meant to be done in this material, Gst101, Use of English Part 1. Okay, in the last class, we talked about note-taking, listening, comprehension, and note-taking. That was all we did in the last class. I will not repeat the class. Just go and watch the video. Thank God we always record. So the recordings are there. We talked about abbreviation in the last class and the rest of them, and even symbols for note-taking. So in this class, we are starting the next unit, which is yes, that is because you've skipped so many classes, but don't worry, the recordings are on the YouTube channel. You watch part 1, part 2, and part 3. This evening, our concern is listening comprehension and information retrieval. General. Yes, ask a question. Faith, do you have a question or you are just making noise? All right, so listening comprehension and information retrieval in general. From the idea we got from listening, from the beginning of the material in part 1 of this class, we said that it is being able to listen to what someone is saying and possibly participate in what the person is saying. I would say that comprehension means understanding. Another word you can use, a synonym for comprehension, is understanding, which means listening to understand. That was one of the classes that we talked about the relationship between listening and comprehension. We said that the relationship is as simple as saying you listen to comprehend and you comprehend what you listen to. That is the relationship between listening and comprehension. We listen to understand. Let me just put it like that so that you know what we're talking about. Comprehension means understanding. So we listen to understand and we understand what we listen to. That is the relationship between listening and comprehension. But we're extending it further in this class to talk about information retrieval and in general, because we have several methods. So it's time now. If you have been in our classes before, you know how we do it. So let me call someone whose place is not noisy to take the introduction and explain. So who do we have here? Madam Teresa, if your place is not noisy, you can help us with this introduction you are seeing on your screen. I believe everybody is seeing my screen. But if your place is noisy, you indicate, so I'll give it to someone else. Madam Teresa, unmute yourself. If you are reading, unmute yourself. We can't hear you. She did not unmute. She's just speaking. You have to unmute yourself first. Okay, let's not waste time on that. Benedicta, are you here? Is Benedicta here? Okay, Madam Teresa is on now. You may take it, ma. The introduction.
In the previous unit, you learned about an important skill. Can you remember this skill? It is the skill of note taking from lecture, seminars, speech, or tales. Note taking is a skill that you must use all the time. This unit moves you to another aspect of listening, comprehension. This is listening, comprehension for information retrieval. The word retrieval is called from the word retrieve, which means to receive. One of the primary aims of academic pursuit is to receive information. That is one. Then the second paragraph. Indeed, today, a lot of information is stored in what we call multimedia system. Brackets, radio, television, video, internet, computer, etc. Brackets. That it is amounts to ignorance for any student like you not to tap them. Information highway across the world are congested. Only the wise like you can retrieve them. This is why this unit and the next one are important to you. Paragraph 3. Get ready to study the unit. Have with you a pen, paper, recorder, a pre-recorder, CD is in your study bag, and other resources material needed. I wish you success as you go through this unit.
Thank you, Matt. Do you have anything to say on the introduction you just finished reading?
Not so, sir.
All right. Thank you, Ma. So we have an idea of what we are in this unit to do from what you just finished reading. Retriever is formed from the word retrieve. And from what was said in paragraph 2, that we have several ways in which information is passed across in this generation. In fact, if you don't know any other one, all of you know WhatsApp recorder. You record voice note and drop. The other person on the other end, on the receiving end, will play the voice note. First of all, download it, play it, and then get your message. So we have several ways information is being passed. But we know that when they say the highways are congested, you have many users of WhatsApp or Facebook or any media you can just note, you can think of. So let's not dwell much on this. There was a mention of what we did in the last class in this introduction, which is note-taking. Let me just briefly say this. You'll find it in the last video, but let me say it here. The main idea of note-taking, which we did in the last class, and we talked about it, how to do it professionally, is that note-taking is when you listen to someone speaking, like giving you a lecture, a seminar, like in your church, the pastor is preaching, or in your maybe as Salatu, the imam is talking, and then you are jotting down what the person is saying. What you are doing is note taking. You are taking notes from someone, because we have two of them. We have note taking, we have note making. The note making is the one you do when you open your material to study, and as you are studying, you are trying to define.
Form a note.
You are forming a note. You are kind of, okay, this is definition the note is giving you, but in your own understanding, you've digested it, you want to form another definition, or you are forming a note so that at the end of the reading, or eventually when you want to do revision, you can use your own note instead of reading the whole material again. That one is note making. So we've done justice to that in the last class. So what is our main aim of studying this unit that we are studying today? At the end of this unit, you should be able to, one, state the types of information to retrieve through listening comprehension. Two, retrieve information through listening comprehension. Those are the two aims. So let's see what we have in this unit because we don't have much time. Types of information to retrieve. Sorry, to be retrieved. We have instructions, directions, and facts. Those are the three types of information you can retrieve. I want everybody to unmute and read with me. The three types of information we can retrieve.
Three types of information we can retrieve.
Yes, we have instructions. Do we have other people in this class? Everybody unmute. The information you can retrieve are in three categories. Yes, let's see the categories we have.
Instructions,
Direction and facts.
direction.
All right, thank you. You can mute
That is
yourself back
information
now.
we can retrieve.
Yes. So when something has been said before or given to you before and you want to retrieve it, it may be instruction that you are trying to retrieve from the lecture or from the speech or from the whatever you are listening to. It may be directions you are trying to look. For instance, you asked someone, let's say in the general group, in the student group, please, I'm going to so study center tomorrow. Please, I need the direction. Can someone kindly guide me or drop the direction? So someone drop the voice note. You understand? So tomorrow when you are about going to the study center, you picked up your phone, you scroll, or maybe maybe there are so many messages that have come in after that voice note. Maybe you decided to pin it to your own chat. So when it is time to go tomorrow now, you play the voice note. What you are trying to do is you are trying to retrieve the information that has already been given on the direction to that study center. That is the meaning of retrieval. You are trying to retrieve what has already been given. But there are three things you can retrieve from an information or from a speech that has already been given before. You can retrieve instructions from it. For instance, someone is giving you instruction on how to unpack a new television box and set it up. So the person decides to make a short video and send it to your DM on WhatsApp. When it's time to start unpacking, you may not remember everything that you've watched from the video. So what you do, you find, I know most of you have done that before, you find yourself playing the video and pressing pause at time to time, or even going backward a bit to check how did the person do this particular part. What you are trying to do there is you are retrieving information in form of what? Instruction. Instructions have been given on how to turn on the TV or how to unpack it, how to set up the stand or whatever. So that is in form of instruction, but we'll learn more about it from this material. Academic life is full of different kinds of information. You spend most of your time acquiring these information types from respective social life and academic fit. Let me ask us a simple question, which I know some of us don't even know before, or most of us already know. What is the plural of information?
Information.
Do we have anything like informations?
No, no, sir.
Thank you. I need to just point you guys to that so that I will not hear somebody saying informations. So that is correct. Now, basically, you can break the word of information into different segments. Only the three general ones will be discussed in this section. There are instructions, these are instructions, directions, and facts. Let's talk about instruction now. Instructions are given in the form of commands, steps, procedures, and process. Now we need every one of us to read because it's a question in the exam. They will ask you, they will cut out these instructions and say dash are given in form of commands, steps, procedures, and process. It's a general question in English in Gst101. So you should know that your answer is instructions, not just the singular instruction. Instructions, because the following item is are, not is. So when you want to fill in your answer in the exam, remember the S. So
Okay.
instructions are given in form of commands, steps, procedures, and process. What this means is that when I'm retrieving an information from a recorded tape or from a seminar that has been concluded before, if it is instruction
Yes, sir.
I'm looking for, whatsoever the person says in form of a command in the recorded maybe seminar or whatever, or that sounds like giving me step by step on how to do something, or procedures
Procedure.
of achieving something, or a process that I have to pass through to attain something, what I am retrieving at that time is instruction. So everybody unmute and read this sentence together. Yes. 1, 2, go.
Instru-
Instructions
Instructions are given
are
in form of
given
commands,
steps,
steps,
procedures, and
procedures, and process.
Thank you. So you can meet yourself back. We will not do this self-assessment because this was when none just started. They used to give CD then with this material in your study center. So you play the CD, there are some kind of funny things on the tape. But now we have advanced, we no longer use that. So ignore that. We can't do that because there is no CD. But let's see examples of instructions. If you listen to the CD, there was something communicated there by the speaker of that maybe it's a section or I don't know, a seminar. But there are some things the person mentioned there, like do not use wrong connections, do not cover the ventilation hose, leave an adequate open space behind the TV set. Like this, I think the CD is all about how to set up a TV set.
The TV set, yeah.
So it will be full of instructions. It's just like when you get a new TV, check the carton, you see the instruction manual. So if you read the instruction manual, you are retrieving instructions, you are retrieving information in form of instructions on how to
Instruction,
do
yeah.
this, how not to do this wrongly. That is all about instruction. That is why they say it will come in form of, look at this one now. Do not use wrong connections. This guy, someone is trying to give you a kind of command. That's why they say when we talk about instructions, don't forget what we read together now. That says instructions come in form of commands, steps, procedures, and
Procedures
process.
and process. Yes.
Now, that is all about instruction. The second type of information we can retrieve is or are directions. Directions are also given in form of steps to be taken. If you are lucky to meet a very sane person to give you direction, the person will speak normally. They say, okay, when you get to that T junction, take the left turn. You take the left turn, walk about maybe like 50 meters, you see a building by the right. That is a sane person giving you instruction. But if you are unlucky to meet somebody that is insane to give you direction, you will get lost before you leave the place you ask for the direction. Some people can be funny when they are giving you directions. So it's not only when you are looking for, when you are going somewhere that you get directions. You can get directions in other form. Let's try to read what we have here. So directions are also given in form of steps to be taken. Steps to be taken. This we can't use the video, but there is another part of that disc that talks about kilometers north of the capital city, bounded by hill in the west. That is a direction. By lake in the east. That is a direction. Fertile green land by the south. Once you are seeing the coordinates, the coordinates like the north, south, east, and west appearing in a sentence, that is a sentence giving you direction. When they are giving you kilometers, meters, yards, and the rest of them, all those things that have to do with length, like the the what do you call this now? Okay, time is not involved. Time is not involved, but let's just say that the I'm trying to get a proper word to use for this. When you are on a journey now, the someone should give me that word.
When you're on a journey.
When you're on a journey from your destination, sorry, from your starting point to your destination, what do you call it?
Distance.
Thank you. The distance you journey. Once the information is coming in form of distance, then you are seeing kilometer, north, south, east, and west. That is direction. Though that one is very obvious. There is no need to be cracking brain to cram that. Directions come in form of steps to be taken. Now, directions are vital information. They place you in proper perspectives regarding location, situation, time, place. Now, this is a question in the exam, but what they used to do is under OBJ. They will list 3 correct ones from here and add one that is not part of it. So, which means you have to know the 4. So, directions give you vital information in 4 perspectives: in location, in situation, in time, in place. That was the reason why I said something earlier, that it's not only in location that we get directions. Like you are looking for direction now, it's not only where you are going from here to Kaduna or from Kaduna to Abuja that you get direction. There are situations you need direction. You will need direction in time. Most of you are used to it. You ask someone, please, what is the time? Please, what is the time there? That is, and then you ask direction in place. You need directions in order to function effectively in real life. Directions are also important in academic life. For instance, when you are in the university for the first time, the first question you are likely going to ask when you get to the gate is, please, how do I locate the admin office? That is likely that most students, because when you get there, everything will just look, you just see the structure. And you know, none is not like the conventional university that you would have seen is big like this, written at the front of the office, admin office. The admin office may just be one small office like that, yeah, you see, if in the non-setting. So you will need direction in terms of place there, that which part of this place is the admin office, or is it the counselor's office I'm going to first? Where do I locate the counselor's office? So that is why it is also important in your academic life, not only in your real life, day-to-day running. Now, wrong directions may make a doctor kill his patient. When a doctor is given a situational direction, like how to take or prescription of a drug, giving a patient the direction on the usage of a drug, if a doctor should dare give a wrong direction, that will lead to a fatal effect on the patient. Even the person might die as a result of that. So an engineer construct a collapsed building and a teacher to mislead a child for life. What we are trying to say here is that the result of wrong direction may be that a doctor will kill his patient. An engineer may construct a collapsed bridge, and you know what it means when a bridge collapses, except God decide to save the people of that community, that maybe there is nobody on and under that bridge at that time. That is when there will be no loss of life. Then a teacher that mislead a child, you know, children now is what you program in their brain. Once you give them wrong information like this, it sticks. While they are still a child, the brain is empty and is ready to, you know, get signal. So once you say a wrong thing to them like this, it's in their brain forever. So that is why wrong direction can kill. In fact, there is someone that says that wrong knowledge is worse than lack of knowledge. It's better you don't even know something at all than for you to know it wrongly. Because someone that don't know it at all will believe when they tell the person this is how the thing is done, the person is open to learning. But the one that already have a wrong knowledge about it, if you tell the person, no, this is how it's, no, the person will keep arguing with you. This is how it has been, not like this. So that is all about directions. Don't forget, informations in form of directions are also retrieved in form of facts. They come like, no, I said fact. They come in form of steps to be taken. Directions come in form of steps to be taken. And your information coming in form of direction can take 4 perspectives. Can come in form of location, situation, time, or place.
Yes, place.
So that will take us to the last form of retrieval. The last form of information you can retrieve, which are the facts. These are regarded as true information, although there can be wrong facts. Facts are also real events, not fable or untrue story. You can take facts to mean a piece of information that is known to be true or real. It also emphasizes something that is true. It is the basic detail or impression of a situation or issue. Indeed, facts connote situations or events that really happen. Since academic and social life work on facts, truth, accepted norms, and inventions, listening comprehension regards fact as a primary source of information. This is absolutely true. I will just explain it using one simple example. Take, for example, when you got to norm for the first time, let's assume you did not do your admission processing through an agent. You went to the university yourself directly, like you want to go and know about the university and how to apply, and then apply there. And when you got there, let's assume you met someone that told you that, okay, no admission. This is what you will do. You first go to central bank. You go to central bank. This is how I'll be doing it. You go to central bank to buy the form in the central bank. So when you get the form in the central bank, you fill it there, they will stamp it for you. That's when you go to online on the school site and start filling the form. Something is wrong there.
Yeah.
That is a wrong fact. Whereas if the person has given you the right information, that is a fact that this is how non-admission operates. If the person has given you the true thing, that you go to the school portal, purchase a form, that is a fact. It's already known that is how it's being done. That is a fact. But there will be a wrong one. So if somebody should give you a wrong fact, it's a fatal blow on you. So facts are also important in our day-to-day activity. In fact, most of the things we work on, whether in your place of work, in your social life, they are all based on facts. There is a fact now that if you drink too much and you get to stupor, the person is likely going to be high. And I know people have different behaviors when they get high through alcoholism and the rest of them. That is a fact. You already know that anybody that don't want to get high, don't drink, or let's not say don't drink too much. Because there is a fact that if you drink moderately, maybe you may not be high and be misbehaving. But if you take too much, excess will lead you to misbehavior. That is a fact. There are so many facts that are already accepted. They are like norms. Like, if this thing happens, this is what will happen. People already know it. If you say it anywhere, people know that, yes, that is true. Now, of course, everybody knows that one. People will even tell you, of course, everybody knows that one now. So that is what we call fact. So we retrieve information in form of what?
Facts.
Instructions, directions, and facts. Let's not forget, that is the main purpose of this class. To tell you the forms of information you can retrieve. Don't forget the topic, listening comprehension and information retrieval in the general aspect. Which means you listening to something and understanding it first. That is the first part of the topic. But we've done that before. You will see it in the previous video. Then retrieving information from what you have listened to. But we broke down that retrieving information into the types of information you can receive or retrieve. We have the first one as instructions. You know the meaning already. You know when information comes in form of commands, in form of what else you mentioned there? Steps, process, and procedures. You know that is instruction. The second one is direction. It also comes in form of steps to be taken. And the last one is facts. So those are the three types of information you can retrieve by listening to a recorded lecture or a recorded. So what we're just trying to say is that if, for instance, you do not attend, facilitation is expected to start anytime soon. Let's assume they start tomorrow now, and we are to have Gst101 on Friday, for instance. If you are unable to attend Gst101 class on Friday, but you know that in the school system, we have synchronous class and asynchronous class. The synchronous one is when you join live on the Zoom meeting like that. You are seeing the facilitator live, you are communicating. Then we have the asynchronous, which is the recorded version. So, assuming you are unable to attend the synchronous, but you watch the asynchronous version of it, what this class of today is trying to tell you is that when you are watching that lecture that you missed, but has been recorded for you, you are not just watching it for watching sake. Your mind should be ringing three things. I'm looking for what? Number one, as I'm watching this recorded lecture, what am I looking for? Number one, instructions. Your minds are not here. Number one, as I'm listening to the facilitator teaching my fellow course mates, what I'm looking for, I'm not even concerned about the noise that my fellow course mates were making in the class. I'm looking for something from the facilitator's mouth as the person is speaking. One, I'm looking for instruction. Secondly, I'm looking for what? Directions. Thank you. Probably the man has mentioned something about how to go about something or where to get something, or probably, facilitators are very exposed. Maybe this particular thing we are talking about today now, it may have a link that will lead you to a material that will help you understand it better. So maybe you share the link in the class. That is a form of direction. It leads you to a place that can give you better assimilation. Then the last thing I'm looking for from the video is what? Fact. So that means they are just preparing you on how to be a better person in doing most of those things that you will need to do as a student. One of the things you will need to do as a student is to watch videos of recorded classes. But if I don't know before that when I'm listening to a tape, I am meant to be looking for some things, I will just be watching it like a video. Sorry, like I'm watching a movie. Because my mind will not be expecting something. And when your mind is expecting something, that is when you'll be waiting patiently to get to that thing as you are watching the video. So from today, when you are watching anything that has to do with the academics, like seminar, lectures, and the rest of them, let your mind be looking for instructions given by the teacher or the lecturer or the facilitator. Like in our own settings, we use facilitators. Let your mind be looking for directions, and let your mind be looking for facts. So any other thing the person is saying may just be example or something, just addiction. But the main point you are looking for, instructions, directions, and facts. Any question? Yeah. We have come to the end of the class. Do you have any question? Or you have an addiction? If you want to add anything to it, give your addition or ask your question.
My question is out of the what we did today. I just want to know, how do I get the recorded parts? Because this is my first time of attending the class.
I have mentioned that. Okay, the recorded class. The same group where you got this class link. I will post when I want to post this particular video, because I normally post every class at the end of the class. So once I upload
Okay.
it on YouTube, what I will do this time around, I'll make sure before I post it, I will include the link to class 1, class 2, and class 3. So I will
Okay.
send the
Okay,
4
sir.
together.
Okay, sir. That's
All
good.
right.
That would be very
You're
good. Thank
welcome.
you, sir.
So as we close the section, let's look at some statements that are facts, because we've looked at examples of directions, example of instruction, but we've not talked about
Yes.
examples of
Fact.
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 Look at this one now. That formal education is the bedrock for development of every nation. Everybody would like to agree to this. That of course, normally, if you have countries that have more educated people, the country is likely going to develop fast. So if you say this now anywhere, people are likely going to accept it and agree with you. That is a fact. Yes. Okay. Here is another one. Almost every class of people in Ghana desires to see children reach the highest rungs of education ladder. We actually don't know much about Ghana, but
Yes.
even in Nigeria, we can say that this is true.
Yes.
That is
fact. That is
let's
fact.
look at the third one. You know, we talked about two types of facts, the true one and the untrue one. Like
Yeah.
a fact can be a lie. So that is a wrong fact. Fact is generally supposed to be true, but when you have a wrong fact, that is untrue. Now, let's look at this third statement. Unfortunately, the cost of education in Ghana has become so expensive that only the rich are able to send their children to school.
This is wrong.
We will likely
This is
not
wrong.
want to agree to this, because we know that we have people that are not rich but are going to school in Ghana.
Yes, sir.
So this is like stereotyping, or kind of the statement is too general.
Yes.
It's not possible that in all Ghana as a country, only the rich are
It's
going
only
to
the
school.
rich that go to school. Yes.
So you will know from the statement that this statement this fact is
It's not
correct, or
fact.
this fact is going beyond.
Right.
So in the next class, we'll start from 3.2, which is listening for general impression. That is an entirely different topic on its own. It's under listening too, but not part of this one we are doing. Just take this home today. We have 3 things you can look for in anything you are listening to in the form of a recorded tape or whatever. You look for instructions, directions, and facts. Thank you for attending the class. Have a wonderful weekend.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you,
Thank you, sir.